Welcome to the Raven Space on YouTube. My name is Jason, and this is Raven Space Daily, where we talk about Baltimore Ravens news every single weekday. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Please subscribe to the Raven Space on YouTube if you're not yet subscribed. We're going to talk about the upcoming schedule for the Ravens, Marlon Humphrey, and how he's impressing the coaches. We're going to talk about Pyramid's playtime, and of course, we have the mailbag question of the day that comes from you guys. And so we'll hop right in. First, I want to say thank you so much to our Patreon subscribers. You guys are the best. You guys are the lifeblood of the Raven Space. Now we're going to hop right into the very first topic of the day, and it talks about the Ravens schedule. And this is going to be my favorite one of the day. I already feel it because we talk about analysis. We talk about how the Ravens can win, and I'm excited. I'm super excited. So let's just hop right on in. So the Ravens have a very fortuitous schedule coming right up. The Ravens have the Dolphins, but next game they have the Bears, they have the Vikings, and they have the Tennessee Titans. All these games are winnable games. These are games that the Ravens not only have the talent to win, that they really have to win. This is the time of the year where you start seeing things move. The playoff picture is moving right now, and we're going to see it. If the Ravens win these next 4 games, they have a 3-2 record. These next 4 games will make them 7-2, and then you get 2 games that in your head you know that you're going to win: the Browns and the Bengals. The Bengals have to come home to Baltimore, and I think you have to go to the Browns, but that's fine. They're the Browns. Now, if you win those 6 games, which are very winnable games, none of these teams, in my opinion, are going to make the playoffs. Bears, Dolphins, Vikings, Titans, Bengals, and Browns. None of them are going to make the playoffs. You can do this, Ravens. And if you do this, you win those games, you already have 9 wins. So you can count 9 wins on the books. So you need to get 1 win to guarantee your spot in the playoffs. The Ravens can do that. So this is going to be this is the best scenario for the Ravens right now. If they win these next 4 games, in my head, they're in the playoffs. Congratulations. If they lose 2 of these games, I don't think the Ravens make the playoffs because they have a hard schedule. They have to play the Steelers again. They have to play the Packers. So this next stretch is the easiest stretch they have. And I think that if they win these 4 games, we are seeing a Ravens team that will be in the playoffs and may even surprise some folks when they're in the playoffs. So again, super excited to see this. I hope that the Ravens are improving, because with the Ravens, sometimes they play very well and sometimes they play very poorly. But if we can improve these next 4 games, we have a chance to be good, and I want the Ravens to be good. The Bears, rookie quarterback, and in my opinion, a defense that's very lax. They're not really performing as well as I would like them to. However, they're still a good team. The NFL this year really only has 2 bad teams, in my opinion. I even think the Browns are a team that, though they're not getting wins, they still have talent on their team, right? I would not be sad to be the coach of the Browns right now. The only 2 teams I think that are very untalented are the 49ers. I don't think they have the talent yet, and I think they got worse this last offseason. And then I would go the Colts, but the Colts have Andrew Luck coming back, but without Andrew Luck, they're just not good. So, you know, the Bears are bad, but they're not too bad. The Dolphins are bad as well. Their quarterback is Jay Cutler. We can beat Jay Cutler. The Vikings, they're supposed to be good. I just don't know what's happening with them, but they have a very good defense in my purview. And then the Titans are a good team. They just can't put it together. So I think these are very winnable for the Ravens. None of these teams are better than the Ravens. They're either on the Ravens level or below. The Ravens can win these next 4 games and make a playoff push, which I am excited to see. We're going to move on to the second topic, and it talks about Marlon Humphrey and how he's impressing the Baltimore Ravens coaching staff with his play. And again, Marlon played against the Raiders in the absence of Jimmy Smith. He played most of Jimmy Smith's snaps, and I thought he played beautifully. C'est magnifique, as they say. I thought that he played very well. He did get beat, but with the routes that he got beat, I did not think that it was his fault. There was a lot of things where like they ran quick slants and curls and stuff like that, which is easy for a rookie to get beat on. And even one, he was playing for the quick slant, but he was playing for the curl against Michael Crabtree, but Michael Crabtree just beat him, right? And that happens. Michael Crabtree is a very talented receiver. But I thought on the whole, he matched up very well against their receivers, and I thought that he was very impressive. He didn't make a splash play, I don't remember, but I thought that just overall, when I watched him and I looked at the film and I watched the film again, I thought that he was just very talented and was ready to make plays. And I'm excited about that because Jimmy Smith is going to be hurt. That was clear. He did play last game, but he left like immediately after his big play. So I think that Humphrey will maybe even get all the snaps this next game, but I'm totally fine with that. He's playing very well. And again, with Weddle and Jefferson back there, he has hope. He can get aggressive and he'll be okay. I'm confident in that. He'll be fine. Humphrey impressed me as well. And you guys know I was down on Humphrey a little bit. But I think he's very impressive. I think John Harbaugh was right to have faith. We're going to go into the next topic, which talks about Wallace Pyramid and how he played more snaps than Mike Wallace. And this is just a story that people are tracking because last week he played more snaps than Jeremy Maclin. So it brings some concern for some people like, hey, why is this player who is just clearly less talented, right? I'm not going to argue. Clearly less talented than Maclin and Wallace. Why is he getting more time than these players? I have the answer for you guys. I really do think that the Ravens are trying to make him better. The only way you can get better in football is to play football. And I truly do think that this is what he needs to do. Get him out there on the field. You know that Maclin will be ready in the winter, where football really matters, where champions are made. You know that Wallace will be ready in the winter. Pyramid, it doesn't look like he'll be ready. He looks terrible. He does. He had a good game last week, but before he looked terrible. So I think they're trying to get him ready, trying to get him in the game, running routes, trying to beat cornerbacks. I think that this is purposeful, and they're trying to get him ready. I think later in the season, you'll see him move into that third receiver role, and Maclin will be featured more. And Mike Wallace, we already saw last week, is going to be featured a lot more. So don't worry about it. I think they're really just trying to drum him up. So we're going to move on to the mailbag question of the day. You guys can interact with the show by sending questions to mailbag@theravenspace.com or putting your question in the comments below. And this question comes from Danielle, and Danielle asks, honestly, what is the highest potential for the Ravens this season? Thank you so much for your question, Danielle. And I think that right now the Ravens are a very mediocre 10-win team. And why do I say that? I love what they're doing on defense. I really do. But offense, I mean, they had a good showing last week, but I need more than one, right? One dance doesn't get me to come home with you, okay? I need a little bit more. And so I think that if they play better, I'll increase their ceiling. But right now, I think an average 10-win team is what they are, because with a bad offense, you can't go far in the playoffs. Unless you have one of those all-time great defenses, and the Ravens defense has not shown to be that. To me, they're not the best defense in the league right now. The first 2 weeks they were. The last 3 weeks they have not been. So I do think that if the Ravens want to improve, the defense has to come up a little bit, but the offense has to come up a lot. So right now, they're the highest potential. I can't see the Ravens getting to 11 wins. Not when you drop the ball against Jacksonville like that, and when you play the Steelers at home and basically get your tail whooped. So I think that they're a very, very mediocre 10-6 team, but things can change. And I'm just being real and honest with you guys, so that's how it is. Thank you so much for your question, Danielle, and thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe to the Ravens Space on YouTube. If you're not yet subscribed, it's the best Baltimore Ravens content on the internet. Also, if you guys want to support us, check in the description below for our Ravens Space shop. Also, check out our Patreon page where you guys can support us and become superstars of the Raven Space. Thank you guys so much, and go Ravens.